Bodygame is the new millionaire in 2025, right? See, you can fake how much money you have. You can rent out vehicles. You can, withdraw like $1,000 and do like the money spread on IG. You can flaunt that you got it like that, but in reality, you don't. You can do all of that stuff, but with Bodygame, you can't fake Bodygame, right? It's either you're in the gym or you're not, and it's apparent and it's visible, right? Because people, when they look at you off first glance, they're not gonna tell how rich you are unless you're peacocking and stuff like that. You've got on Rolexes, gold, whatever, right? But the most noticeable thing that people will notice about you is your body, right? Like, you can tell what someone has been up to for the last 6 months based off their body alone. You could tell if they've been doom scrolling, eating junk food for the last 6 months, or if they've been in the gym working hard for the last 6 months. It is like the perfect litmus test. It's like undeniable proof that you are who you say you are. It shows discipline. It shows you hold yourself to a higher standard. It shows self-respect, signals confidence, dominance, all of those types of things, right? Bodygame speaks before you even have to say a word, right? And I think nowadays, with it being so rare, I think there's even stats that say that it's easier to get a six-pack than to become a millionaire, right? There's literally statistics that say this, right? And you may disagree with me and say it's not as easy to become a millionaire and all this type of stuff, right? It must be easier to have a six-pack, but if you look around, there's a lot of guys out here who will focus a lot more on like the money side of things than the physical, like Bodygame type of side of things, right? A lot of guys will like to downplay Bodygame. Like, you see a lot of guys will rather now mew than do Bodygame. People will rather only focus on game or riz than Bodygame. People always like to tiptoe around Bodygame. They'll try to make excuses and say, oh, well, like, Bodygame doesn't really matter that much as long as, you have height, you mew, you have money. Everybody wants to tiptoe around Bodygame, and it proves that it's so rare because not many people actually want to put in the work to get on Bodygame. Most people are lazy. They don't want to go to the gym. They don't want to work out. And because of that, it becomes rare because not many people want to put themselves through difficult things to build the physique that they actually want, right? So if you actually want to build a physique that you actually want, you have to put in the work. You have to do the hard things. You got to go through those hard sets and reps to get there. And not many people are actually willing to do that. And the evidence is apparent. If you look at statistics, the statistics say that it's easier to get a six-pack than it is to become a millionaire. They even say that the average man doesn't even bench 225, right? The average man can't even do 10 pull-ups. Average man doesn't even sprint past the age of 30. Like, what do all of these signs tell you, right? That it's so rare. And because it's so rare, right, it's literally like Bodygame is like the new rich or the new millionaire because, like, yes, don't get me wrong, I'm not even going to downplay like being a millionaire, having money, being rich. It's probably rare as well, but it's crazy to say we can agree that Bodygame is probably just as rare. If you actually go outside and touch grass and you go outside to your mall, supermarket, where have you, not many people are actually in shape like that, right? What you see on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all these roided out bodybuilders, that's like 1% of the population, and it's a really loud minority when the majority is not in shape. The statistics prove it, and if you go outside, I dare you to go outside, go anywhere, look at your surroundings. Not many people are actually jacked like that. And when I'm talking about jacked, I'm not saying like be like a Chris Bumstead. I'm not saying you have to be Ronnie Coleman or Sam Sulek, like around 12 to 18% body fat, decent amount of muscle size to you, right? Not many people are actually on that. You set yourself ahead of the rest of the population when you do this, right? That's why it's so rare, because not many people want to do this shit, man. Everybody's like lazy. Not many people want to like go to the gym, right? It's easier to, clock in, punch a couple numbers in, maybe you want to you invest in stocks, you day trade. It doesn't take much effort to do, right? I mean, sure, it's probably you need knowledge to make money and all that stuff, and that's why it's so rare, because not many people have that financial literacy and knowledge. But I feel like Bodygame takes a different type of discipline. It takes a different type of like drive to do, because you literally have to push your body through difficult things. You literally have to like sweat and like, push really hard to get the physique through the reps and sets, things of that nature. Like, both these things are really rare, yes, but I think nowadays, like, don't take it wrong way. I'm not downplaying being a millionaire. I'm not downplaying being rich or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, Bodygame is just as rare. If you look outside, you see the statistics and things of that nature. And that's why it sets you apart from the rest of the pack, right? By the way, if you need help getting on Bodygame, you need help building your physique and not sure what workouts to do, what you don't have a workout plan, you're kind of just confused and you really want to start Bodygame, you want to change your life, hit the link in the description. I'm the guy for that, and we'll see if it makes sense to work together. A little shameless plug for those of you guys that need it. Right? If you need help, only book a call. If you're serious, I only want to work with guys that are serious, guys that actually want to change their lives. Hit that link in the description. Also, tap in with any of the other programs that I got. I got a community you can join as well if one-on-one's not really your thing. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and remember, there's nothing enlightening about playing small. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. See ya.